27 years ago, one of the leadership class issues groups created LeaderKids. The goal is to communicate positive, lasting values for kids to consider, to foster volunteerism, and support kids' involvement in the community. Another goal is to help students plan a positive future for themselves and commit to staying in school. One reason for choosing to focus on 8th graders is that we know that there's a large dropout rate in 9th grade. We partner with the Fort Worth ISD Student Support Services Department and the intervention specialists that they work with in the middle schools. We ask these intervention specialists to help us identify 2 students from their school who have not yet achieved their leadership potential. We also have a wonderful partnership with the TCU Leadership Center, and their students work as mentors with our LeaderKids all year. Our first meeting this year was at TCU, where our kids met their mentors. While there, our students were introduced to the 5 leadership practices that are the core of our curriculum and are the focus of the next 2 LeaderKids meetings. The students learn about TCU and take a tour of the campus while we're there. Our next meeting was at Camp Carter, where we focused on team building. We used the leadership practices as the basis for this fun day of low-element challenge course activities. At our 3rd meeting of the year, we focused in depth on the 5 leadership practices. Those practices are inspire a shared vision, challenge the process, encourage the heart, model the way, and enable others to act. The students did a bridge building exercise to illustrate inspire a shared vision. The object was to build a freestanding bridge with items such as string, aluminum foil, and pieces of wood. They designed paper airplanes and flew them to learn about, challenge the process. To illustrate model the way, the kids had to put cardboard pieces of different sizes together to complete a puzzle without talking to each other. These are just a few of the activities we did that day. For other program days, we looked for businesses and locations that would have areas of interest to teach our students about possible careers. At our January meeting, LeaderKids were welcomed by Richard Chance, Dean of Community Education at the Trinity River campus of Tarrant County College in downtown Fort Worth. He shared interesting facts about TCC, including the fact that over 200 programs are available for associate degrees, certifications, and industry-recognized credentials. A member of his staff, Yvette Lyons, quizzed the LeaderKids with brain teasers. Her PowerPoint presentation explained the variety of course offerings at TCC. She also reminded students that TCC tuition is affordable and that scholarships, grants, and other financial aids are available. Then TCC students, Carter Bedford and Tristan Brooks, led tours of the campus, ending at the Idea Store. We had a wonderful, informative afternoon at Tarrant County College. In February, LeaderKids toured the Fort Worth Museum of Science and History. Executive Director of Leadership Fort Worth, Ms. Jennifer Trevino, welcomed students and introduced Ms. Amber Shive, the museum Senior Director of Education. She and the museum Chief of Staff, Mr. Kipin Dialba Chu, were our gracious hosts for the day. Ms. Shive introduced Ms. LeShawn Spotted Bear. She began as a volunteer at the museum as a teenager and is now the full-time employed Director of Science Collections. She introduced Simon, the soft-shell turtle, and Bob, the snapping turtle. She also shared interesting information about the museum and answered questions from the students. Then Ms. Shive gave LeaderKids free rein to explore the various exhibits at the museum, including the Dino Dig, the Energy Blast, Innovation Studios, and the Cattle Raisers Museum. The museum was closed to the public that afternoon, so LeaderKids had these exhibits all to themselves. Afterwards, students enjoyed a presentation in the Noble Planetarium.
In March, LeaderKids toured 6 businesses on the South Main Street corridor. We called it South Main Street Crawl. This busy corridor is a main thoroughfare on the near south side of the city where a variety of businesses, restaurants, and residences have created a vibrant community where entrepreneurs are thriving. We met entrepreneurs who've started their own businesses and learned from them firsthand how their businesses work, what education prepared them for their chosen path, and why they enjoy what they do. This was a real-world learning experience for our students. They visited the Leaves Book and Tea Shop, where they were hosted by owner Tina Howard, Amphibian Theater, where they were hosted by Kathleen Culebro, Red Production Studio, where they met with the owner, Red Sanders, who showed a short video about entrepreneurism. They also visited Star Conspiracy Advertising Agency and were hosted by Aaron Swan and Alexandra Belgar. And then their taste buds were tingled at the Dusty Biscuit Beignets owned by Trey Smith and at Tiny's Mexican restaurant hosted by owner Sarah Castillo. Each of these business owners stressed that the keys to success at their operations are a passion for their chosen career, dedication to the needs of the business and their customers, and high energy exerted by themselves and their employees. They also told our students that when hiring employees, they look for people who have good character, demonstrate a positive outlook, and believe in themselves. LeaderKids were reminded to be careful about the decisions they make, even as teenagers, because those decisions can have lasting consequences and may need to be disclosed on job applications. After an excellent year with the wonderful students in LeaderKids class of 2022, it all came to a close on Tuesday, April 19th. The community service project that had been in the planning stages all through the months of January, February, and March came to fruition at Hazel Harvey Peace Elementary School. The students had designed, developed, budgeted, shopped for, and implemented 4 months' worth of hard work at this campus. LeaderKids enhanced the indoor learning environment with a calming room, so peaceful and quiet it transports elementary school students on flights of fantasy to outer space. LeaderKids also improved the courtyard setting with an outdoor classroom, complete with a weatherproof blackboard, bookshelf, teacher's bench, student benches, and a colorful tropical mural beneath the watchful gaze of the Panther School mascot. Nearby, fun activities were created and painted onto the concrete for Twister, Panther Foursquare, and Don't Touch the Lava. LeaderKids greatly appreciated their artistic consultants, John Gunderson, Ruben Orozco, and Lavelle Turner, who's the art teacher at this school, along with carpenters and contractors extraordinaire, Alan Barr, Paul Harrell, John Wilcox, Kippen Dialba Chu, and Ben Marr. LeaderKids were expertly guided from initial planning to project management to final execution by their team of Fidelity Cares volunteers. Lawrence Ewell as their leader, Velma Coleman, Patty Cox, Cheryl Rogers, and Aaron Sporl. LeaderKids also appreciated the support of the Hazel Harvey Peace staff, Dr. Kelly Talton, the principal, Dr. Melanie Harris, the assistant principal, Ms. Andrea Sadler, the school secretary, and Mr. Carl Woodard, the custodian.
We feel very fortunate to have the relationship we do with TCU. This year we had 2 wonderful mentor directors. They were Sarah Bradley, a 4th-year mentor, and Will Carter, serving his 3rd year as a mentor. They interviewed and selected additional TCU students to work as mentors with our students. They divide the LeaderKids into small groups, and each group has 2 or 3 mentors. Our students develop strong relationships with their mentors during the school year.
My name is Sarah and I'm a senior and I'm one of the directors for LeaderKids this year.
My name is Will. I'm a junior and I'm also a director for LeaderKids this year.
So the LeaderKids program this year has been fantastic. This has been my 4th year with the program and this is our 1st year back after COVID, and it's been really fantastic. We've had a lot of really great mentors, TCU students who are brand new to the program and excited to get out and kind of mentor these 8th graders who've had a very difficult couple of years, and all of our 8th grade students were very excited to meet some older mentors and get to experience something new and give back to their community.
Yeah, so that's great. I definitely second everything Sarah said. I think this year was much needed for LeaderKids just because I think the pandemic took a major hit in kids' social abilities and skills and getting outside and stuff. So this being the 1st year back from my freshman year 2 years ago in COVID, I think it's honestly one of the best groups we've had. The kids have been fantastic. The mentors have been great. Everything has gone according to plan. You know, just the music, going to the museums, showing them around TCU. You know, and today obviously is the best one of them all. So I think it's been a great year, and I can't thank everybody enough.
We also work with Fidelity Investments and their Fidelity Cares volunteers we mentioned earlier, who are project management experts. These Fidelity Cares volunteers come to all our spring semester meetings. They help the students learn the steps necessary to plan and complete a service project. These steps are setting a goal, developing a timeline, assigning responsibilities, and implementing a plan. LeaderKids was awarded a micro grant from Fidelity this year that helped to underwrite our service project at Hazel Harvey Peace. We are so grateful for all the help and support we receive from Fidelity Cares.
Hi, my name is Lauren Schul, and I'm here with my colleagues Velma Coleman and Patty Cox, and we're with Fidelity Investments, and we support LeaderKids and TCU in their approach and how they're working with these kids to project manage and support the activities in this great school. These two have both worked with a set of students on different projects, and I'm sure they can tell you a little bit more about that project and how they're working with the kids. Velma?
Hi, I'm Velma Coleman, and I work with the team that did the games in the program, and I love their mindset. I love the fact that they are very, very energetic, but also very, very thought-provoking, and it took very little to ask them questions because the thoughts were just coming and rolling off their minds and out of their mouths or whatever, so they were very, very excited about it. So my excitement about the whole program is to see these 8th graders shine and to see their gifts and their talents and their skills come out, as well as using their minds for the future.
Thank you. Patty?
Yeah, I got to work on the group of kids who did the mural outside, and it was really nice to spend time with them planning on who wanted to do which parts and pieces, and when it came time to actually paint the mural, they had a different level of excitement because they knew the hard work that was required to get the output in the outdoor space, and it's really great. I'm excited that the elementary kids here get to learn in such an awesome environment.
And the TCU mentors were great helps along the way because they helped guide the students through the conversations, as well as in the project work, help paint, set up, manage the kids, and stay active and engaged with what we're trying to do here. So it's a great way to work through them to help the 8th graders really understand how to do a service project. We thank you.
We were pleased to have Ann Darr, school board representative for Hazel Harvey Peace, come to visit at the conclusion of our workday. The LeaderKids took her on a tour of all the projects they completed. They explained to her how they planned and implemented their projects. They were very excited to discuss all the aspects of their work. Ms. Darr told the students how important their work was and that the district appreciated their willingness to help make Hazel Harvey Peace a much warmer and more inviting place for students. Ms. Darr was excited to stay for a hamburger dinner and visited with many of our students. We finished our day with an ice cream truck that was a big hit with everyone. The LeaderKids class of 2021-2022 learned how to build working relationships and collaborate. This will help them for the rest of their lives.